Hey y'all, welcome to the help video for the Unit 2 Assignment 4 in Schoology. Alright, so all of this assignment, excuse me, is going to be word problems. So let's check it out. It says, at the start of her shift at Midtown Bakery, Megan made some batches of cookies that called for 3 cups of flour each. Then she used the remaining 8 cups of flour she had to make a pan of muffins. She started her shift with a 24 cup bag of flour. Excuse me. Which equation can be used to find how many batches of cookies X Megan made? Okay, so we're trying to figure out how many batches of cookies she made. It says that she made some batches of cookie that called for 3 cups of flour each. So I don't know how many batches she has, but I know that each batch needed 3 cups of flour. So I'm going to do 3 times X. If she made 2 batches, that would be 6 cups of flour. If she did 3 batches, that would be 9 cups of flour. 4 batches, 12, so on and so forth. So we know that each batch of cookies needed 3 cups of flour. And then it also says that she used the remaining 8 cups to make muffins, and that the total is 24. So the total is 24. We know that that has to equal 24. So if we take all the flour she used on the cookies plus the flour that she used on the muffins, it should equal 24. So this is going to be our equation. And then the question says, how many batches of cookies did she make? This should say batches. I gotta fix that. We don't know how many cookies, we just are trying to solve for how many batches. So if we solve this equation for X, we're trying to get the X by itself. So we ask ourselves what's on the same side that we need to get rid of, and we need to get rid of a positive 8. The opposite of plus 8 is minus 8. So we're going to subtract 8 from each side. And 24 minus 8 is 16. And then, oh, this is not what I thought it was going to be. And then we would divide each side by 3. Which in this case gives us a decimal because I meant to make that 26, not 24. But anyways, so I got a decimal. X equals, she made about 5.33 batches of cookies. Now yours is not going to end up as a decimal. That was a bad example for me. Batches of cookies. All right, let's look at the next one. Bert made 3 batches of his uncle's signature spicy wing sauce for a barbecue last weekend. He didn't want the sauce to be too spicy, so he tweaked the recipe, reducing the amount of hot sauce he put in each batch by 2 ounces. Bert used 30 ounces of hot sauce in all to make the wing sauce. Which equation can you use to find X, the amount of hot sauce Bert's uncle usually puts in each batch of spicy wing sauce? Okay, so he made 3 batches. We know that. So we know he made 3 batches. And in each of his batches, he reduced the amount of wing sauce by 2 ounces. So X was the original amount of sauce in the recipe. So we have the original amount of sauce in the recipe, and we're subtracting 2 ounces from that. We're doing that for each batch. So for all 3 batches, for each of them, we have to subtract 2 from the original amount, which is why we're going to use parentheses here. On the last problem, we didn't have parentheses, but this one we do, because for all 3 of the batches, we need to take away 2 ounces. All right, and then of course it's going to equal the total. So our answer should be A. And then how many ounces does he originally use? Let's solve it for X. So we're going to distribute. 3 times X is 3X. 3 times 2 is negative 6. And I'm trying to get the X by itself, so I need to get rid of the negative 6, which I'm going to do the opposite, which means I'm going to add 6 to both sides. And then I still have to get the X by itself, so I need to get rid of the 3. Right now it's 3 times X. The opposite of multiplying is dividing, so I'm going to divide each side by 3. And X equals 12. which means that in the uncle's usual recipe or original recipe, it calls for 12 ounces of sauce per batch. But we, in our example, only used 10. Or 12, yeah, okay. So, the last one. Blue Tide Swim Shop is having its annual summer sale, when every item in the store gets marked down. During the sale, rash guards sell for $10 less than the full price. Miguel purchases 3 rash guards and pays a total of $60. Which equation can you use to find how much money X each rash guard cost at full price? All right, so let's start with what we know. We know he purchases 3. We know the total is 60, so that's what's got to equal. And we also know that they're selling for $10 less than full price. And remember we said full price was the letter X? So we know that the full price minus $10 is going to be our sale price. So the full price minus 10 is our sale price, but we want to buy 3 at the sale price. So that means that I'm going to put this in parentheses again because I want that 3 to be for all of them. So my equation would be this one. And then how much does each rash guard cost at full price? We would just solve our equation. So we know the total at sale price is $60. So if we want to know full price, we would distribute 3 times X and then 3 times negative 10. We are trying to solve for X, so we need to get rid of the minus 30 by doing the opposite, which is adding 30. So then 3x equals 90. We got to get rid of that 3, so we would divide each side by 3. And x equals 30. So $30 is the original price. Not on sale, that's just the original full price. Oops, I guess I should have written full. All right, I think that is it for this quiz. Not quiz. Schoology assignment. So good luck on your Schoology assignment.